Most of the time, you would have heard uh, people saying that women raise the children alone. The stories of women handling their finances, handling themselves, handling their children all by themselves. But today, I have brought a story to you about a man who's going to tell you what is his story and how his life has been. And I'm sure this is going to be a great source of inspiration for not only men, for the women too, to sometimes try and knock down those beliefs that they can be the best parent to a child. About it. So, Sandeep, I would like to know from you who you are. It's up to you from where you want to begin.
Okay, if I talk about Sandeep had been very happy-go-lucky kind of guy and had been very adjusting since he is the middle one. I have an elder sister and a younger brother, so had been we had our usual fights on many things as a kid, and I ended up managing all those things with an elder sister and younger brother. So that gave me an edge of being into that middle layer of getting the love and spreading the love.
Okay, the
So
middle layer of getting the love and spreading. Can you elaborate more? I mean, middle layer, as in what are you trying to say?
as in see, if you are the youngest one, you don't have that option of transferring those similar feelings to somebody else. But since I had been the one who had received the love of my parents, my sister, and everybody else, and then I got somebody as a younger one. So I
Below
was
that level also.
yeah below that level. So I was able to transfer that. So I feel that I had been more sensitive because of my upbringing, and my father is a teacher, so he had been strict in terms of we being settled kids and not really going out with other people or other kids just like that. So he'd been strict in those lines, and my mom had been very supportive throughout, just like any other mom. However, she also had been very attentive towards all the things that we do. I had been an engineer by profession. Okay. So initially, I started off my engineering as career, then moved into management. So I have mix of everything, technical, analytical, management, and all those things. Okay. And then revanche comes into picture, and I feel actually my life had been grooming me for him.
Revanche, as in your son.
Yes. Whatever I mean, I remember while I was studying, I was in ninth or 10th standard. Suddenly, I had these feelings of adopting a kid.
Really?
Maybe later in my life, yeah. So probably this was my life's purpose that I was indicated towards. So for a few years it continued, and I'd made up my mind that at least I will adopt one kid and will try my efforts best to make up his life or her life. Yeah. So even I got married, and we had revanche. So while he was like 2 years, I shared this thing with my wife back then, and then she also agreed. But then somehow somehow things didn't work, and we got separated.
So you're trying to say that after your marriage, revanche took birth. So this is your biological child.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And then you wanted to adopt one more child.
One more.
And this was discussed with your wife. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but the things did not work. We got separated, and I have revanche now. So, in whole in nutshell, when I see my life, all what I had been through was just a preparation for taking care of revanche. Now I see it that ways. Yeah. Maybe being a sensitive dad, being a caring dad, or whatever you call it.
Yeah, Sandeep, because this is really, I would say, fascinating for me, because I have seen stories, I've heard stories where we have always known that children are taken care of by the mothers, and alone mothers, single mothers, and people get divorced, and the children are mostly with the mother
Mothers, of
most of the
course.
time. And they're very common stories, and that's why women get their hands on and upper side. Okay, they know how to handle the children. I think this is the most important and fascinating point for me to dive more with you, that how have
Sure.
been your journey as a father. I'm sure you would have played many roles with
Absolutely.
him. So
Absolutely.
let us know if you're okay to share, I mean, on this platform, like that after you got divorced, how did you prepare yourself? Were you able to prepare yourself? Was it like a tsunami in your life? I mean, what was it at that point in time for you?
Okay, if I take it that way, initially when I was supposed to take care of him for the first time, he was 5 months.
Okay.
So I took care of him for almost a month alone, and actually I didn't. I mean, I really don't know how I was able to do that, but I mean, I had certain questions in my mind. I won't say that I have had no fears. I had fears like, will I be able to do that? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, will I be really able to come up to that level of taking care of a 5 month old?
Yeah, I'm
But then
sure.
I just had this thing, and then suddenly, a second me came in front of me and asked me, if you not, if not you, then who will?
Hmm.
And things got sorted.
So
I mean,
this
this
was
is
your
the
own voice that came to you. This was your own
yeah,
thoughts. Hmm.
yeah. My own thoughts came, across, and it's just that if not me, then who else will?
Then who else?
And simple as that. Yeah, my parents are elder. They are almost 60. So no, I mean, I cannot really bank upon them to take care of my son. I mean, they've already
That to
taken
a
care of
five
their
months
kids.
old child,
Yeah,
That to a five
absolutely.
months old child, yes.
Yeah. So my schedule had been very different. I mean, uh, he used to sleep with me, so taking care of
Hmm.
him for the entire night, then making sure that he sleep and gets milk on time. If I used to feed him, I mean, it just happened, and I really have no clue how it happened. I mean,
Hmm.
every day was a new day for me to learn something new about him,
Beautiful.
and putting him to sleep, then going to my office, coming back. I have had in fact now also I have a full day maid who comes up at 9 and
I'm
then
sure.
stays here till evening. So, but then the time passed, and yeah, things just happened without me being knowing about it, and I was able to just do it. Simple.
Hmm.
Yeah. Even now, I mean, my friends talk to me. They ask me that how do I do that? I tell them that it just happens. It just happens naturally. No preparation,
I
nothing.
think, yeah, it's more about once you are pushed into a situation and you're supposed to, like you said, you asked yourself, if not me, then who? Right.
Absolutely.
Now
I
this
mean,
is like, yes, that you have to do it. So you pushed yourself into it, and then once you start doing whatever the thing is, whether it is challenging or simple or whatever, then it becomes a part of you slowly and gradually.
absolutely. And actually, if I focus on challenges or issues, I won't be able to focus on the thing which I need to do. I would rather focus on my son than thinking about anything else. And he being, I mean, he has some issues. We all have to agree to it, and I cannot really expect to be nice to him. You know,
Hmm.
I really cannot expect anybody else to be more compassionate to him than me.
Towards him. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all those feelings which I have, even we talking, I can only share the information that that I have gathered by now.
Hmm.
Uh, one might not have that actual experience, with him, how he behaves, what he does, how he reacts, or what are his challenges. He doesn't speak. For somebody, it might be that he doesn't speak. But for
Yeah.
me, I look at his life. When I think of my challenges, I actually think of his challenges first.
Hmm.
His life is more challenging than mine. I might just have I have had lived my life. I'm like 35, so at least I am at an edge of expressing myself, whatever I feel. I may cry, I may laugh, I may talk to people, or anything, be it anything. But for him, things are more confusing.
Hmm.
if he wants water, he cannot speak about that he wants water.
Okay.
I really cannot expect the world to be nice, and it's just that me who has to do everything for him.
How old is he now?
And that's what, he's 5.
He's 5 now, and you said that he cannot say that he wants water or something. Would you like to share some of the episodes of your life, how he was growing up, and then what are the certain things you started as a father observing in the child, and what are the decisions you took for him that you got to know who your child is and how much care he needs?
uh, uh, mm, Actually I just being observant towards him, what he does. uh, he likes fishes, he likes to watch fishes on waters, so I kept an aquarium at home for him. He sits there, he looks at the fishes for long, and uh, he doesn't know how to tell that he wants to get fresh or he wants to go for a pee. So it is us who make sure that every hour we take him to the washroom and makes him do that. So now he has that learning, that conditioning, that every hour he has to go with us and do that. So I mean, this is the preventive things that we can do with him, based on our observations. I mean, we cannot really have a knife lying here and there. Everything has to be perfectly placed where it should be. Knife, scissors, needles, no sharp objects. I mean, electricity boards, they have to be covered. So all those precautions, he would not know that what would be the repercussions of touching a board or a wire. So, and for us, it cannot be undone.
I simply feel when you're talking and I'm listening to you that you've actually broken the wall of the gender bias.
Actually, I would say yes.
Yes. Because even I keep listening from the families and people that these are certain things that a mother can take care of the best.
Yeah, I have a maid, but she also has her reservations.
And I'm sure you have to supervise and guide your
Absolutely.
caretakers since they are not equipped and educated enough to take care of a child.
Absolutely. I mean, it so happened that the last year was it passed under lockdown, and when she rejoined, Revanche has grown from 4 to 5. So he is now. I mean, there's a difference of 1 year,
1 year.
and his diets and behaviors and everything has changed. So we have to supervise her. We have to guide her. Now, if I be open, okay. So for a mother and a father, it is easy to clean up the child. When they do susu and potty. But for anybody else, now since he is 5, she might have reservations, and it's completely fine.
Yes.
And it's completely fine. I have to respect that. So even if he does this 2 times a day, 3 or 4 or whatever the number is, I am there. I have to do it, and I really can't wait it. If it is done, it is done. I have to do it. Simple.
So normally people ask women about work home balance. So I'm asking you this question. I'm asking you this question. How do you maintain the balance?
Actually, God had been generous. I would call it a blessing in disguise that last year passed under lockdown, and I was able to really maintain my work and my home balance.
Okay.
And even before that, my schedule had been so tight. I was faster than time that time. In the morning, he used to go to school. I used to go to my office at 3 or 3:30. I used to leave from office, come back home by 4:30, and then picking him up from home, and used to go to his therapy center where he used to take like 3 different therapy sessions.
Okay.
And I used to sit.
What therapy is he undergoing?
He was doing a special education, speech therapy, and occupational therapy.
Both. Okay.
Yeah, all 3 in fact: speech, occupational, and special.
And special.
Yeah.
Okay, so you individually are taking care of all this.
Yes.
Okay.
So I used to sit there and used to work for those hours, then come back home, He used to have his food. I used to again have food with him, make sure that he's done with the things. Then again, just checking my emails and sending up my daily reports in the night, and then finally, now the day rest
Of
time.
the day.
Yeah. So this has been my schedule for like almost a year.
Okay. Mhm. So have you been also, I don't know, out of my personal interest, because you've seen so much.
Yeah.
Being a father, sole father, you're handling the son, and not only his regular jobs, but then you are also taking care of his special needs. He needs the therapies, he needs everything. And I believe it is not only about the therapies, it's much more than that.
Actually, it takes a toll on your mind. Actually.
Absolutely. And you have to really get indulged into what's the growth of the child, where is he heading, and as a father, what all you can do more about him, that you have to be in
Absolutely.
congruence with the lessons going in the therapy center and everything. There's a lot of work I can see. The
Yeah.
backstory is much more heavier.
Yeah, and it is more complex. First question that you ask yourself: will he able to do that? Will he
Hmm.
able to really come up to that level?
Hmm.
And the more stressful part is you have to go to different doctors, and there would be different people sitting around, and they'll be observing different things for him. I remember an incident wherein I went to a doctor and I was sitting at the reception. There was a guy sitting at the reception. He just looked at him for some time and then asked me, "इसको कोई mental problem है क्या?"
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
and then I was uh,
That's an idea.
actually, I mean, I still feel that he was more sophisticated in using the mental issue term. Otherwise, somebody could have said something else.
Hmm.
And I had to prepare myself for it.
Hmm.
So, I mean, that moment was like, okay. I mean, there were like 100 thoughts came in my mind,
I'm
and one
sure.
of them was, Sandeep, understand. You need to understand that he is speaking out of his learnings. So he could get only this word for him, so let it be.
Let it be.
Your duty is to answer, and that's it. Don't react emotionally.
Do not go deep into the words used by people.
Yes, so
Huh?
don't think about it.
Hmm.
Let it be. Even if they call it something else, it is their learning. They are used to of using that word.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
don't get carried away emotionally towards those people. Instead, just focus on your son.
So beautiful. I really, this resonates well with our channel Inside Out, where I say that whatever the stories you're telling your own self is what,
Absolutely.
is what you make your life based on.
Yeah.
So in that particular situation, if you would have been taken away by that and not even telling yourself, it's okay. I mean, you're telling yourself a story, man. Okay, that person knows this much.
Yes. I
And
mean,
then,
uska. I mean, his learning is limited to a certain extent and certain parameters, or जो words हैं या grammar जो whatever is his understanding is, he
hmm.
is using that. So let it be.
So you have no grudges with people, and you are on your own journey.
Yeah, I cannot keep on correcting everybody. That's what I say. I cannot expect anybody to be nice to him. This is somebody, after listening to my story or looking at him or understanding him, he or she might feel bad about him for some time,
Hmm.
but they cannot continue it for long.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
It could be momentary, reaction that they, oh, your son is like this, I'm so sorry, I
Okay.
feel sorry for him, but then it won't continue.
And one very beautiful thought is coming to my mind. Again, these are all the stories in my head, which I have heard from people, that God gives these challenges to only those where God feels this person is capable of handling this.
Actually, yeah.
So I
uh,
feel the challenge
yeah.
with you. Yeah.
In fact, a few days ago, one of my friends was talking to me, and he said, अच्छे लोगों के साथ ऐसा क्यों होता है टाइप्स वाला. And I was like, you know what? You said it right.
Yeah.
अच्छे लोगों के साथ ही ऐसा
साथ ही
होता है
ऐसा.
because they can shoulder.
Absolutely. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
tell me something. Tell me something. I'm just
yeah.
excited to know. Has your all these learnings and your journey has made you a better person, or probably defined this journey, like you were this before and all these experiences in this journey actually brought a shift in you? So have you ever felt those shifts in your own self?
Absolutely. I've become more patient because
Share
with
some
him,
incidences. I mean, share some live incidences where you felt, yeah, okay, this is who I am and I'm a better person.
yeah, in fact, the example I showed just now with that receptionist
That's
is one
one.
of those.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
one.
So
Sure.
similarly, with my managers in office, we all have incidents. So
Mhm.
if they say something or they don't like something, then actually I don't really react to those things emotionally now. I take them as a task to do and work to do. Uh, because similarly for revanche, one has to make efforts every time. He is not the one who's going to make efforts on his own for you.
You have to.
You have to do that. And second, you have to be patient. I mean, there are only two things that one has to follow with working with him. And third is, of course, surrender. You cannot really expect to overpower him.
Yeah.
So you have to surrender yourself. That's what I do with every time now.
So I think the three magic words you said is be persistent with him,
Yes,
surrender, and the second one you said
patience.
patience. So I feel that these three things, being with Revanche, and for years you are doing it, it has kind of generalized in your life so much that it has
Absolutely.
made
In
you a
fact,
better
I
person.
use the Hindi words for it, and I keep on putting in my status for some time. Like Sanyam. There was one more word.
Niyam,
Sanyam for patience,
Sanyam for patience,
and
consistency.
then uh, uh, there was a sentence which I formed in my mind, and I was putting it continuously on my WhatsApp chat for some time to keep
Uh-huh.
on reminding myself that this is what you have to follow.
Follow. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like your own storyboard right in front of you.
yeah,
You
absolutely.
cannot deviate from here and there.
Not at all.
No, no, that's
I
so.
mean, you have seen him, so it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, even if you shout at him, you do n number of things for him, it won't matter.
No, it won't. It
Yeah,
won't. If I have seen him, and I have huge, that soft corner for him always. I still have my visuals right in front of me, the way he is standing on the gate and waiting for grandfather, and he knows it's the time for him to get relieved of a
yeah,
session. And no, we had, I mean, we always used to be in a position where we used to make that area comfortable for him. We never thought we can pull him from there into somewhere else. He will
absolutely.
not. He will not. So I think that's the beauty of being around him, just being with him
Yeah.
the way he is. And
And actually, you know what? 2 years ago, the question you asked every parent while we were in the session, do you live your life for your kids? Actually, yeah, I mean, that was also turning point for me. You very rightly said, you should not be living like your life for your kid. You should be living your life with your kids.
with your child. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
my motto. Yeah, that's my motto of life. No
I
force,
mean,
just with. That
yeah.
works.
So I enjoy every moment. In fact, now I know the importance of the smallest thing he does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he looks at me and smile, it is equally important for me when he laughs.
My back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, um, he learned to jump. I mean, when we say jump and he looks at us and jumps, it is celebrating.
Mm.
Yeah, I celebrate now every moment, whatever he does. Uh, something falls from the table to the ground, he picks that thing up and puts it back on the table. It's a celebration for me.
Oh yes, so beautiful. You enjoying every forwarding step he's taking in his life.
Yeah. So actually, this is how I'm learning how these small things
Mm.
matter in your life and how you should be celebrating all of it. So now, even if something happens in my office, the smallest thing, a small email comes up, appreciating something, I send it across to the entire team. There's a celebration time going on. So, I mean, this is changing my perspective towards life anyway.
I know I can see a lot of generalizations happening. Being around
Yeah.
this lovely treasure at your home, Revanche.
Yeah.
Your life is generalized in a very beautiful way. I have a personal question, if you don't mind. I
Sure,
know
please.
it's coming to me.
Yeah.
Have you ever not felt the need of a partner in your life?
Actually,
I mean, so many challenges you're facing, you're handling and you're doing, and you're happy. I'm sure you're happy. But down the
absolutely.
line, we're humans. We sometimes feel tired of all these. We need a companion who could, share those burdens and, getting my point, what I'm trying to say. So, have you
Absolutely.
ever felt in your life that, okay, you needed the companion?
Actually, at times yes, because when I want to share something, I cannot. I mean, I could be a strong father, caring, loving, and doing a number of things for my son. But at the end of the day, I am a human being. I have
Mm.
my own things, to take care. Something going on in my professional life or otherwise.
Sure.
I cannot really go to my parents and share it just like that.
Yes.
You might seek some companion, or you might seek some friend or a confidant at
Yes.
least.
Absolutely.
You know, so it happens. But then I have to stop myself. I might be looking for something, but that someone or something might be comfortable with me. But will
Hmm.
it happen similarly with Revanche?
Hmm.
Somebody who has to accept me has to accept him as well. And it is usually it if had been Revanche had been like a normal talking and understanding kid, it would have been little different for the other person.
Sure.
But now the scenario is entirely different.
Hmm.
So instead of looking for someone, accepting and all doing all those things for myself or for him, rather we just focus on Revanche and just live those moments. you know I feel that instead of wasting this time, let's just enjoy this time.
Yeah, it's very beautiful to know from you that yes, it's a very valid thing. It's a very important part because, like you're saying, you're enjoying every moment, and this is what I think he needs for his further growth right now.
Absolutely.
Somebody to be around who is even celebrating the smallest of the things he's on. And yeah, you're right. Whether the other person interferes with it or adds value to it is a huge question.
Yeah, we really cannot anticipate.
Sure.
I mean, not really questioning anybody else, but I have seen people reacting differently with him. In different situations, they might feel bad about him,
Hmm.
but then at the same time in similar situation, after maybe 5 minutes, they might feel irritated.
Hmm.
So
True.
you cannot really bank upon anybody else,
True.
and that's why I'm not expecting the world to be nice to him for sure. I mean, I cannot change everybody's perspective towards every kid that we have.
I think
So
you're forming a beautiful life. You're making him capable for himself. And
that's
that's the
what my
best
life
thing
motto
as
is
a
now.
father you can. Yes, yes, that's very beautiful. And what about your parents? Have they ever objected you taking certain choices of your life or decisions?
Not really. I mean, to that ways, I think I'm blessed to have parents like them, and they had been by my side, and that's how probably I'm able to do all these things. Otherwise, it would have been tough for me, for sure.
Yeah.
Having a support system at home really helped me. My mom takes care of him with the maid while I'm away, and my father, he's now retired and he's at home for the entire day, so he helps both of them. So all those things. I mean, this is like for now. It's like a perfect setup for the for Revanche to be taken care of,
Hmm.
and I really cannot think or imagine of deviating from all these things.
That setup.
Yeah, that setup is just perfect. For now.
And I think you made it perfect.
Yeah. Now, actually, now if I see that, even I mean, not just me, everybody else is also forming those similar celebrations when he does something that's
Hmm.
small.
Hmm.
So everybody is now in that mode of happiness and celebrations.
Have you ever thought of getting into coaching parents?
I won't mind doing that. Yeah, I won't really. I mean, that's how why I agreed for this session. That I should be sharing all these things, and that's how I was really active during our last session that we had.
Yeah.
to be sharing all those things and people to know. I mean, just we don't really write any letter to God for with our demands, that give me a kid who has blue eyes or such features or such capabilities. No, we
Yeah.
are given kids, and after that their life follows.
Mm.
So just accept the way they are and just enjoy every moment.
Yeah.
And what I've also learned by now with him, we are used to following a pattern in our life, and everybody sees that pattern as the way of life.
Okay.
We kids are born, they are sent to a school, maybe a preschool, then a school, then they are sent to colleges,
Okay.
higher education,
Mm.
work, getting married, their own kids, working for them throughout, and then eventually die. This is the cycle of life,
And then it repeats. Yeah.
and then it repeats.
Yeah.
So anything which is off this pattern is considered as something unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't want to be into that pattern, and I don't want him to be just following that pattern. Let him be whatever he is. Let him enjoy whatever he does. It's his house, his home. Let him do whatever things he wants to do. He wants to write on the walls. Let him write.
Very nice. Mm.
Yeah. If not here, then where?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, simple things. If he's not following that pattern and people are saying something about him, let them say they are the one who are following a pattern.
We are not.
We are not.
Yeah.
Simple.
So nice. Yes. Hmm. So you've tried to come out of the conformist cycle and making a life for your child.
Yeah, actually, I mean, enjoying life the way it is, rather than just thinking of making a life later or make of or a future. I'm just being into present.
Okay.
There's no life after life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So all that preparation, all that learning, what I had in the past, just applying that, just living in the present,
Hmm.
and that's it. Simple things.
And I think being in your present is what will be taken care of very well for your future. I
Yeah.
think the way you are in your current situation, you are resourceful. See, what I see is your state of mind is very resourceful.
Absolutely.
Whatever situation if you are in, you are a happy person, you are resourceful, you're able to cope up. You know that coping mechanism gets so beautifully installed in you, but you have to be resourceful for that. Right now, if somebody triggers you and makes you angry, you're mad at somebody, everything goes down.
Everything else I feel now is secondary.
Yeah.
You getting success? What is success? Success is your state of mind. Earning lakhs of rupees a month. If you find it successful or being in a happy state, it's your state of mind. I don't.
Sure.
Even if I have to open up maybe a small shop, I'll be happy to do that. I mean, earning a job is a means to earn livelihood. It is not life.
Yeah, right.
So whatever, if I'm able to earn that much wherein I am able to serve myself, my parents, and my son, I'm happy with that.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
not really thinking of those materialistic things. I mean, I've spent so much of my time, and have invested so much of time in Ravansh and observing him. He is okay. Think it this way. For him, he is non-judgmental.
Hmm.
He is non-revengeful.
Absolutely.
He is just happy, and he wants everybody to be happy. He enjoys life the way he wants it to, in his own way.
Yeah.
Why not to learn those things from him?
From children, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think
just
all the children are like this.
yeah. So just be the way you are. He has no regrets of being in himself.
Hmm.
He enjoys it. He comes up to you. He smiles. He has certain things. I mean, his mother takes him every now and then. He goes there. He comes back without any judgment that she's not with me or anything else. So let it be.
He's being himself.
Yeah, he just be himself. That's it. And that's what I've learned from him.
Absolutely. I think all the children are like this.
Yeah.
And I don't know why still we adults, sometimes that's my personal thought, that we keep guiding our children. We keep telling them what way you need to take, what is the direction that you're supposed to take. Keep
We
doing it.
force them into that pattern. We just force them into that pattern and that cycle.
Then we know that they can form things all by themselves very beautifully, and we can actually learn from them.
And my life is just beautiful with him.
Hmm.
Just beautiful.
No, I'm glad to have this conversation with you. Really, it's very enriching. I'm telling you, this is going to help a lot of people. As I'm sure through this particular conversation, a lot of parents will benefit. The fathers might also be able to open up a new window in their wall. I'm sure.
It
It
is
should.
just that the society has made this differentiation of being a father and a mother,
Yeah.
wherein I don't see we both have a similar role to play, for raising a kid,
So
and
true.
that's it. Whatever it takes.
Absolutely. And I feel each and every stakeholder in the child's life, their grandparents, the parents, their friends, their schools, the whole ecosystem has their own role to play in the child's life. And if that is going beautifully, everything goes perfect.
Absolutely. This is the biggest job that anybody can do of making a life enable, for life. And rest is just secondary. Rest is what, I mean, you are earning, you are doing something else, or you go to places, you visit
Sure.
different places. It's just secondary.
It's secondary. So tell me something. This is going to be my almost the last question to you. What are you doing for yourself? This is, yes, I'm sure taking care of son is for you only. But then
Mhm.
the what I wanted to ask is, are you on some hobbies, or you're trying to do something or learn something? Do you love to sing? Do you? I mean, whatever. What?
I do whatever I can in my capacity. I wake up at like 5:30 in the morning, and gym is my hobby. I go to gym. I work out for almost an hour or two, and by the time I come back home, Revansh wakes up,
Hmm.
and then I enjoy some time with him. Uh, in the past days, I was giving him breakfast, milk, giving him a shower, enjoying that time, then working on my own, I mean, my office. Uh, and in the afternoon, whenever I get time, I tried baking, I
Oh,
tried
really?
painting.
Lovely,
so,
lovely.
in so I am trying n number of things these days, whatever I am coming
That is so
across.
beautiful, and this is what I wanted to know. And somehow I don't know why inside my heart I was feeling that you must be doing something, because people with such a high resourceful state of mind, they do not limit themselves to only, okay, I have a responsibility to take care. They live
Absolutely.
life. They're
Yeah.
doing everything in their life, and that is so wonderful. And if you're taking 1 hour for gym, you're sometimes on paintings, also taking care of Revanche, and you're happy. I mean, what else anybody needs in life?
That's what. In
So
fact, I was
wonderful.
just talking to friends, and I was we were discussing about it, that I don't want to feel stuck in my situation. I'm living it, and I want to live it. Tomorrow, I don't want to blame him for anything. That I did not do anything in my life, whereas I
Hmm.
did.
Hmm.
So just keep on doing it. I do meditation if I want to. I sit. I learned Reiki. I do that, or maybe casting something with resin,
Hmm.
paintings, whatever I can.
Wonderful. So I give applause to you for this conversation. It was
Thank you
very
so
lovely
much.
talking to you, Sandeep. We'll be soon sharing the whole snippet with you so that
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was
we can
nice talking to you, actually.
spread it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then,
I thought that I should also open up. Probably it might give me new ways to and
absolutely, why not?
will open up something for me also.
Yes. Yes, surely. So all the best. Give my love to Revanche. And do catch up, come
For
over
sure, ma'am.
sometime and let me see your paintings and everything.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thanks, thanks.